Hello and welcome to the CUG11 Academy. The CUG11 Academy is your central resource for thought leadership and learning about the CUG11 Competency Management Platform. This lesson covers the Manager Dashboard and how to view and export the reports. It is based on a generic version of CUG11, and your version may differ slightly or may not have all the functionality available that is covered in this lesson. There are additional videos available in the CUG11 Academy that will go into more details on each of the pages. Let's get started. After logging in, you will land on the employee homepage. Firstly, you will need to select a manager view from the View As menu. This is located at the top right of the screen. You can access different reports directly from the manager's homepage, and the shortcut tiles can be swapped to your most frequently used reports. The dashboard tile will take you to the manager's dashboard, where we can get an overview of key statistics before drilling down further into each report. The manager dashboard will only show the data for the people you have rights to see. So this may be either an organization unit, a number of people you line manage, or maybe a job family that you are the head of profession over. You can further filter the dashboard data by setting a global filter. Click the filter link at the top of the page and the global filter window will open, allowing you to select from a number of filter options. You can either just start typing in the search field, or click the browse all link to open the browse window, where you can choose and select the filters you need. When you have chosen your filters, they will show in the Selected Filters panel. You can then click the three dots or ellipsis menu, and you can apply further subfilters to your selection. A red dot will appear to show that this filter has been changed from the default value. When you apply the filter, the dashboard widgets will update with the results, and all the reports now will reflect your filtered data. It is important to understand that the global filter is about finding people with the selected data points. They may also have other roles, competences, and certifications, for example, which will also be showing in the reports. On the report pages, you can zoom in on specific data, like job roles, for example. Any filters you have applied will be shown here, so this is worth checking if you see unexpected data on the dashboard. Click the Clear All Filters Applied link to return the dashboard to a default status. Okay, so let's have a look at some of the reports available to us as a manager. We have a number of reports available from the dashboard, and more are planned. So keep an eye on the dashboard for new ones appearing. All the reports work in the same way. You have a widget on the dashboard showing high-level information, and then, clicking the arrow, will take you to the more detailed data behind it. The Assessment Status report shows the workflow of assessments completed. You can see those that have not started, so have not logged in or scored any competences. Those pending self-assessments have scored at least one competency but have not yet submitted their assessment for a manager's review. Those who have submitted their assessment for a manager's review are split into two groups. The first is those who have done it for the first time, pending initial approval. As a manager, these will take you longer to approve as you have the full assessment to review. The second group are those who have completed their assessment previously and it has already been approved. They are pending reapproval, and as a manager you will probably only have a few updated competences to approve, so it won't take you as long. Finally, there are those who have completed their self-assessment and it has been approved. You can use the status bar to filter the results by clicking on the bar itself. So you can filter by any of the workflow stages. To remove the filter, simply click on the Show All link. You can export the data to Excel by clicking the Export button. The export dialog will appear in the bottom right of the screen, and you can continue working anywhere in CUG11 while your export is completed. Once completed, the export dialog would give you an option to download the file now, or to view it in the reports archive. All your exports are saved in the reports archive anyway, and you can download them and rerun them from here, using the same set of filters you used to create them. Let's have a look at another report. From the dashboard, another great report is the Competency Heat Map. When you get to the report page, you have a header bar where you can see a summary of the data. Remember, the data for the report is derived from the global filters you have set. Additional filters enable you to zoom in on specific data such as job roles. Let me show you what we mean. Firstly, we will set a global filter for the job role of security analyst. Open up the global filter panel and search for the job role, and then add it to our selected filters. We can then apply the global filter, and the report updates, showing people with the job role of security analyst. The report shows all the competences those people have, even those not related to the role of security analyst. This is sometimes very useful in understanding what non-core skills that people in that role have. However, we now would like to see only those competences related to the role of security analyst. For this, we need to add a job profile filter directly on the report page. By doing this, the report is now showing only the competences required for the role of security analyst. You can use this approach for a wide range of applications when looking for people or analyzing specific job profiles. Let's just remove these filters and return a report to the default value. The competency heat map report shows how many people have scored at each of the proficiency levels for each competency. By clicking on the numbers in the report, you can see who those people are. You can also select individuals to email. The majority of reports also have a data-focused view. This opens up the data in a new browser tab. This is great if you want to compare several sets of data. You could set a global filter and then open this up in a new tab to compare with another set of data. For example, organization units or job families. Returning to the dashboard, let's have a look at some more reports. The compliance report tells us how people match against their job level requirements. It is rare to see everyone at 100% in a role. If this was the case, then we would be expecting to move them on to their next career step. So we are always expecting a gap, and in most cases 70 to 90% is a great target for everyone in that role. Another great feature of the compliance report is being able to view by organization unit. This helps to identify those managers who are being particularly harsh or too lenient with their approvals. For example, if all of their team is at 100% compliance, then maybe they are being lenient with their moderation of the scores. Back at the dashboard, we will look at two more reports in this lesson. The first is Team Spider. To see the spider chart, you will need to select a job profile from the data filters at the top. Choose a job profile and the corresponding spider chart will appear. The table will detail the job level requirements and the variance or delta between the average of the people who scored and the job requirement for that competency. Clicking on the Employees column will show you which employees are included in that data. Again, you can email individuals or groups of people from here. Finally, for this lesson, let's take a look at the gap analysis report. The gap analysis report shows you how many people have gaps between their approved score and the job level requirement for their job role. By clicking on the numbers, you can see the employees. A key point to note here is that an employee may need to take more than one step to reach the job requirement. So, for example, if an employee was approved at awareness level here, and their job requirement was to be skilled, they would have to make 2 steps, from awareness to knowledgeable, and then from knowledgeable to skilled. This granularity helps you to plan learning and development activities and timelines, as you may need to allow more time for someone to move through multiple steps. In addition to showing the current approved level, this window also shows if an employee has set a development target. This is useful to know that the person has recognized they have a gap and is planning to close it. You also have an indication if any learning activities have been added. You can add learning directly from here if you want to for your employees. So that is all we are going to cover in this lesson. All of the other reports work in the same way, and please explore those with your own data to see what information they give you. What we have seen in this tutorial. This lesson covered the manager dashboard and how to view and export the reports. Remember, there are additional videos available in the CUG11 Academy that will go through other functionality and workflows. Thank you for watching and being a valued CUG11.